What's up, everybody, man? This is Chris from That Square. Now we get into the meat and potatoes of all this jazz here. Here we are. We're looking at the Carolina Panthers. They're up next to see their season in the 17-week season. Preseason, they didn't do too bad. They won one out of the two, but they played two pretty tough teams, I think, in the season to match up against them. Actually, they played three pretty good, tough teams. I think they're all going to make the playoffs in the AFC. So it was kind of fun to watch them, kind of see what they're going to do. A lot of people are kind of skeptical on Sam Darnold. I think that this is his breakout season. I think this is the year where Sam Darnold goes lights out and kills everybody pretty much, kind of a revenge season. Because week one, they have the Jets. Carolina's defense last year was actually really good. It was their offense that couldn't put up enough points. So to me, now looking at it, especially getting it's a receiver they got, Marshall Jr., man. So having him, I don't really think Curtis Samuel's a good football player. I really don't. But some people like him, some people don't. I think getting, Terrence Marshall Jr. was actually a really good thing to do. So with that being said, week one coming out the gate, you got the Jets versus the Panthers. Panthers actually annihilate the Jets in this game. Sam Darnold drops by like 4 or 5 touchdown passes. Maybe he drops 2 or 3, but he does enough to win the game. Division rival, they beat the Saints. Yes, the Panthers start their season off 2-0 because the Saints don't know who they're going to have at quarterback right away. Week 3, they're playing against my Texans. I'm going to be honest with you, I think they'll end up beating the Texans. We can't stop Christian McCaffrey. We can't stop the run. We can't stop a nosebleed. We can't stop a cold in December. We can't stop anything. So they should start off the season 3-0. Week 4, they end up losing to the Cowboys at Dallas. Therefore, they'll be 3-1. They actually beat the Eagles, going 4-1. And by the midway point, Carolina looks like they're going to be a problem, right? 4-1 going in against the Vikings. The Vikings beat them because they have 2 possession receivers and Dalvin Cook. Basically, the identity of what the Panthers are probably trying to go for. So the Vikings beat them, thus making them 4-2. They beat the Giants, believe it or not, making it 5-2 for them. As the Falcons, they actually beat the Panthers. I already said earlier that the Falcons are going to sweep them, so they actually lose to the Falcons, therefore making them 6-3. They lose to the Patriots, making them 6-4. They beat the Cardinals actually beat them, therefore making them 6-5. They lose to the Washington football team, and this is one of those games where it's going to be really, really boring to watch because it's not going to be a lot of offense because it's going to be pretty much a defensive game. I think that Washington has a few more skilled players than they do, but that's just me talking, right? So now they're back at 6-6 by week 12. They actually beat the Dolphins, right? At Miami, they beat the Dolphins. They need that. They turn around and lose to the Falcons, therefore making them 7-7. They lose to the Bills, making them 7-8. They're going to lose to the Bucs. They're going to lose to the Saints. They're going to lose to the Bucs again. So closing out, they go on a losing streak from week 15 all the way down to week 18. So, therefore, that would make loss 8, 9, 10, and 11. Thus making them, I believe it's 7-11, right? Is it? No, 17 games. No, so they wouldn't be 17-11. They would actually be 17-9. No, 17-10. Yeah, 17-10. They'd be 17-10. And my math was off, right? So the Panthers would be 7-10 this season. Closing out with 4 losses from week 15 all the way down to weeks 18, unless bar injury. I think all these teams that they play at the end of the season gets into their stride. I hate that because their season gets stronger as pretty much the season goes on. So they have to win these key markup matchup games. They got to beat New England. They got to beat Arizona. They got to beat Washington. Because if they don't, those 3 right there can even them out to make them at least 10-7, and they can get in the playoffs the way it's set up if they beat the right people in their division. I think they only beat the Saints, and they get swept by the Falcons. They're still at the bottom of their division because I think clearly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think that they can't stop Kyle Pitts, but they could steal one from Atlanta. They could steal one from Atlanta and make it all able and work for them. However, what I see, 7-10 season for the Carolina Panthers. Best of luck to them. I actually plan on going up to Charlotte. My uncle lives up there, man. Cool dude. But hey, it is what it is. You guys tell me what you think. I see him going 7-10.